to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my birth story. Before we get into the video, please like this video, of course subscribe down below, comment, and let me know what you think of this video. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Where do I start? Oh my god. So let's start from the beginning of April. Well, the 2nd of April, I went into established labour. Started getting cramps in the middle of the night, as you do. If you've ever been in labour before, they start off light, then they feel like period cramps. So I started getting period cramps in the night. This was about 4 a.m. in the morning. Went to the toilet, did my business, went back to bed. Thought I was going to go back to sleep. No, half an hour later, had to go to the toilet again, did my business again, went back to bed, and then pain started getting worse and worse and worse. So around about 5 a.m, I went and knocked on my mum's bedroom door and woke her up and said, "Mum, it's time." She was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it's time." She said, "Okay, Jade, you're gonna have to wait," because I had to wait for my contractions to get more worse and worse and worse. So when my contractions started getting worse, I rang the MAU unit, which is the maternity assessment unit, to let them know that I am having contractions. And they said, "Oh, how far apart are they?" I said, "About 10 minutes apart." So the midwife said, "Oh, Jay, call back when you're about 5 minutes apart." So I rang back, said, "Oh, I think I'm 5 minutes apart." They said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, the pain's getting worse now." I said, "Yes, the pain is getting worse. Sorry about that." So rang back again, 1 to 3 minutes apart. No, the midwife went on the phone and said, "Hello," and I tell him who I am. And I said, "My contractions are getting worse, about 3 minutes, 2 minutes apart." "Oh, okay, come in then. We're going to check how many centimetres dilated you are." So went into the MAU unit, maternity assessment unit. Sorry, everyone that don't know what that is. I went there, see a midwife. They checked how many centimetres dilated I was, 1 centimetre. So then I asked for some pain relief. I said, "Please, can I have some strong painkillers or whatever you can give me?" So then they gave the midwife gave me something called Oromorph. That was brilliant stuff. That was good stuff. That was strong. I got rid of the contractions. I was like, yes, I'm doing this. That stuff lasts for about 6 hours. So after that, I got sent home. When I went home, basically, I just rested all day. Well, tried to rest what I can. My contractions were all over the place. Every half an hour, every 20 minutes, every 25 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. Yeah, it just wasn't happening for me. So when my contractions started getting worse and worse, I went back to the MAU unit, maternity assessment unit. They said, "Okay." They checked me again. What was I? 2 centimetres. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's great." And the midwife said, "Oh, don't say it like that. That's really good. A good thing. You're in established labour." I said, "No, I know it's good." I said, "Thank God for that." So she said, "Do you want to stay in?" No. We recommend you to go home, and obviously when your contractions get worse and worse, or come back, or you can always come back if you can't handle the pain. So I went all the way home. No, sorry, before I went home, the midwife said, "You can stay here, but you're going to be in a shared room." I thought, not in a funny way, I didn't really want to be in a shared room. I want to be in my own room. So I said, okay, I decided I'm going to go back home and rest at home. Did I get any sleep? No. I was in too much pain. The contractions were just all over the place, like I said. Just that kept going on for hours and hours and hours. until this was like early hours of the morning again. It was time. I said no. I said to my mum, I've got to go to hospital. So we rang my auntie. My auntie picked us up. Me and my mum went back to the hospital, and they checked me again, 2 centimeters. But this time I said, I'm not going home. I'm just staying in this hospital till I have my baby. And basically went up to the level 6. This is where you go to stay in the hospital to have your baby. Well, not into that bit. This is where you wait before you go to the delivery suite. So I went up there. Do you know how long I had to wait? I waited 1 whole week. So it was 41 weeks when I gave birth to my beautiful baby. And it's just, it was, to say the least, a nightmare. Oh, I wouldn't change it for the world, but I didn't have a good time. It just felt, it was a long, old week. Contractions in and out. They were all over the place, in and out, every 5 minutes, like I said, every 10, every 15, every 20, every 25 minutes, every 30 minutes. It just wasn't nice. And painkillers that I got given, because I wasn't allowed too much Oromorph, because obviously you can get addicted, I think. So they give me the safety, which was codeine, but it's safe to be the one that the nurses and the midwife gave me. It was safe to take. So I took one of those as well as 2 paracetamols with it. Should I just say something? Paracetamol does not touch the side when you are in pain. So did that, and I was just in pain the whole week, basically, the whole week. Then around the middle of the week, they said, a doctor come in, which he was in the delivery suite, come up from the delivery suite, and said, Jade, if you want to, you can go home, because we don't know, I don't think you'll be going down to the delivery suite yet. Oh, okay, I was thinking, then when he said that, I said, I ain't going home until I've had my baby. I'm not leaving this hospital until I've had my baby. And he said, okay, fair enough, it's up to you. Obviously it's up to me, I'm not going anywhere. So after that, basically a midwife come to check on me, see how I was doing, and she said, oh Jade, I think you're going to be sent to another hospital. Guys, another hospital? So at the time I just thought, I just want to get my baby into the world safe. I had enough of the pain. I was just in constant pain. Nothing was, by this time, nothing was working. So I then rang up my auntie, messaged my auntie, or I can't remember what I did, and said, oh, Auntie Pat, which is my auntie, oh, it's time to go to the another hospital. And my family was thinking, okay, Jade's got to go to another hospital to have her baby. Yeah, guys, another hospital to have my baby. So by then I got changed as I could, chucked on some leggings, I had my big nightie on, and just chucked my Vans on. Did all that. Midwife come back again. This was about an hour later. Oh no, Jade, you don't have to go anymore. My mum was like, which my mum was always with me at this time, all the time with me. Jade, they weren't going to send you anywhere. What, go to another hospital an hour and a half away? Are you mad? Yeah, so after all that, guys, that was all done. And then it got to the 9th of April. Yeah, the 9th of April. And my contractions got worse. So from the morning I got out of bed or woke up, I was awake anyway, I didn't really sleep. The midwife put the monitors on me, so they checked my baby's heartbeat and everything, and the movement and stuff. The monitors that you get put around your tummy. And I was on it for at least about half an hour. My baby's heartbeat dropped. So the midwife, they check, so they go off and sit by the desks outside the room, at the midwife's, I don't know what you call it, where they all sit, basically. She ran in and said, Jade, I think it's time. You are going down to the delivery suite. I was like, yes, I go to the delivery suite. I didn't say it like that, but I was in so much pain by then. And they said, Jade, you're going to go down to the delivery suite. And then it was my turn to go down to the delivery suite. I was so happy. I was like, I'm getting to meet my baby. Don't know if it's late that evening or early hours in the morning. Went down to the delivery suite. So met the new midwife and a student midwife that was there. And it was, yeah. So we did all the checks, did all the fun stuff. No one wants to hear about any of that. And monitors on me again. They checked me, so I was still at 2 centimeters dilated. So we had to wait a couple of hours. It was getting on to the evening now. So this was about 7 p.m. I don't even know what time it was. I'm just making up a time. And the midwife come back after a break. Or no, new midwife come in with a new student. I said, Jade, may I check to see how far dilated you are? I said, sure, you can check me. Or no, yeah, you may be getting closer. 9 centimeters dilated, guys. I was 9 centimeters dilated. So I was just excited. So she said, oh, Jade, we're gonna wait half an hour, then it's gonna be time to push. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be time to push, way. No, sorry, before all of that, for the pain, I had epidural. Sorry, I forgot to tell you all that. I had my epidural put in. If you don't really like needles, yeah, it's not really that fun, but for the pain, it's great. Gas and air, that made me feel really dizzy, and yeah, that wasn't for me. But the epidural now, that's the stuff. Didn't feel no pain, nothing. So it was time. She said, Jade, it's time, because obviously you don't feel no contraction. So the midwife and the student midwife was looking at the monitor to see when I was next contracting. So it's time for me to push. So it's time for me to push. So I was there pushing, stop. Contraction come again, pushed again, and so on. So then my baby's heartbeat dropped. So the midwife ran out and said, Jade, before she ran out, she said, Jade, I've got to go and get a doctor. I said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Go and get a doctor. You've got to do what you've got to do. Went and got a doctor. This was a surgeon now. And he came in and said, and talked to me who he was, told me who he was, and said, Jade, you might have to have checked me over, and checked where my baby was. So the head was down, obviously, getting near to the entrance. But then they said the head was turned. So pretend the head there, yeah, the head's meant to be straight, the head was turned. My baby's head was turned to the side. So basically, was stuck in my pelvis, guys. So then he recommended me to get forceps. So I said, anything to get my baby into this world safe, I will do. So he went out again and got the forms, and he signed a form, because obviously anything happens, it's to cover their backs, and yeah. So I signed the form. Then we went down. My mum got changed into all the surgeon gown and everything, all the gowns and everything. And they prepped me. Went down to the surgeon room or whatever, the surgery room. And it was getting told, everyone, and I can't say the anaesthetist, she was stood here. She met me first before we went down. Then, yeah, I saw her again. A big whole team. They all scrubbed in. They've got me all ready. My midwife was there. Student midwife was there. She was doing all her checks, checking on the baby, and everybody else, the whole team. It's brilliant. I had a brilliant experience, even though I had such a long labour. But yeah, so got down to the surgery room, and basically the first doctor, he checked me again. He said, Jade, your baby's head is stuck in your pelvis. Tried to turn my baby's head straight so I can have the forceps, yeah. So we had to get his higher up doctor surgeon. She tried to turn baby's head. She couldn't turn baby's head. Obviously I couldn't feel any of this by then, because obviously I was under drugs and all of that. And yeah, so basically after all of that, he said, Jade, going to have to do a C-section. I said, that's fine. I said, whatever brings my baby in the world. I was all drugged up and da-da-da. But I knew what he was asking me. So, basically, did all that. And, yeah, it's time for the C-section. She said, we're cutting now. Da-da-da. So I could hear it all. Da-da-da. I was just laid there. My mum was holding my hand. She was sat there next to me holding my hand. They put like a cover-up blue screen over me, like a screen. I couldn't see anything, obviously. No one could see. My mum could see nothing. And yeah, so they were doing my C-section. All it felt like, it was someone doing washing up in my stomach. Literally, just washing up. My mum said, so I said, oh mum, did that look like I was moving? She said, Jade, it looked like you were like moving on the table, because of the way they were trying to get baby out. I think my baby was really stuck in my pelvis. Bless my beautiful baby. And yeah. And then, I don't know how long it took, half an hour, whatever it was, an hour. Finally, my baby got pulled up. My mum said it was like some cat of Lion King when they bring Simba up. I was like, and the surgeon put my hand and said, your baby's arrived, and showed me. I just started crying, guys. I was so happy. It was just, the best feeling ever. Then after that, they put my baby straight on my chest, and I was so in love. I was so in love. And yeah, that's basically my birth story, guys. That is nothing fascinating, well, it's fascinating to me, but it was a long, long journey. I got through it, guys, and I did it. I couldn't believe, sorry, I'm outside in the garden. I couldn't believe that I gave birth. It doesn't matter how you give birth, naturally, C-section, forceps, however your baby gets into the world safe, that is the main priority. And my baby got into the world safe, and I was so happy. I'm just rocking my baby right now as sleeping. So yeah, that's my birth story, guys. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed my birth story. It was a whirlwind, a real whirlwind for me, but in the end I did it. I got through it. So if you are struggling and thinking, if you are pregnant right now, you got this, girl. And I believe in you. If I can do it, any woman can do it. There are loads of women have done it in the world. We've got this. You've got this. We've got this. I believe in you, and can't believe I'm a mummy now. And I'm going to end the video here. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and thank you for watching. See you in my next video, guys. Bye for now.